Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, everyone? What was going on, students? What was going on? Any one of you? Can you hear me? Nervous system. Till where I had taught? Yesterday, I think we were discussing sensory nerves and all, no? Yes. Today we have to start brain or CNS, no? Central nervous system. Why students are not joining today? They're very late. Only 8 students are here. Is there any problem or what? Today students are not joining. Okay then. Today let's discuss the brain, or we'll discuss two major divisions of nervous system, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. When we talk about central nervous system, okay, that is CNS. In that CNS, brain and spinal cord comes. Okay, so when we talk about CNS, in this there is brain and spinal cord. Okay, and when we talk about PNS, peripheral nervous system, okay, in this we have, it will include the nerves that emerge, means either they will be emerging from brain or spinal cord, or they will enter into the brain or the spinal cord. Okay, either emerge or enter into brain or spinal cord. Okay, so we have two divisions, CNS and PNS. Further, if we see the PNS, it is divided into two parts. Okay, that is somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So the somatic nervous system it will convey the information to skeletal muscles. Okay, conveys information to skeletal muscles. Okay, you see it is given a skeleton. Here it is written voluntary. What does voluntary mean? Any of you? What does voluntary mean? Turn your audio and then say. Anyone, can you answer? Is the board visible? Okay, the board is visible to you all, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what happens? It controls all the voluntary actions, the actions which are under our control, which are under our will. Okay. Further, when we talk about autonomic nervous system, here we see it includes a pair of ganglia and nerves. which control the involuntary actions. Okay, they will control involuntary actions. In these involuntary actions, you can say breathing, okay, then heartbeat and all. It comes under involuntary actions. Now, when we talk about brain, okay, when we talk about brain, you'll see that it is the largest in humans. Humans have the largest brain, okay. And if you remember in class 9th, when I was teaching the skeletal system, I had shown you the brainy box, okay. So it is contained in a box, okay. It will be contained in a box, bony box-like structure that is termed as cranium. Okay, in this, that is termed as cranium. It is a bony box in which brain is contained. You know that brain is very delicate. Okay, so it is contained in that, and inside that there will be a fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, Priyanka Hambram is there in your class? Strength?
Yes.
Okay. Shweta Murmur? Shweta Murmur is there? Okay. So what I was saying, it is contained in a box-like structure, and inside there will be a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. What does it do? It does not allow any jerks to pass on. Okay, it will not allow any jerks to go into the brain. If you have seen a movie, in a movie, Nana Patekar was saying that here we have small brain. Okay, at the bottom part. Okay, here we have medulla oblongata. We will discuss about that. Okay, so if any injury to the brain, it can cause death. You might have heard that people, okay, often meet with an accident, and if there is a clot in this area, brain area, then they behave abnormal. Okay, it's better. It is said that if you get hurt in this head region, if bleeding occurs, then there are chances to save that person. But if there is internal bleeding or clot, if it is there, then it is difficult to save that person, because if you open this cranium after, or this bony box, after that it is difficult to save that person. The chances of survival will be only just 1%. So this cranium, the bony box, okay, we had seen in that skeletal system there was a bony box which used to protect the brain. You know that brain, it is very delicate. Further we discussed, it is divided into 3 parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Cerebrum will be the largest one and medulla the smallest one. Okay, so it is just containing a box-like structure that is called cranium. It has a fluid inside it which protects it, which will not allow any kind of jerk to reach there, or else every time you sleep on the bed, you get hurt over here. Most of you might have got while sleeping, so you don't die. Okay, so this it has, and other things are also there which act as a cushion. Okay, we'll discuss that. So this cerebrospinal fluid, it protects. Okay, it does not allow any jerks to pass on. Further, when we talk about brain, it will be at 2% of your body weight. 2% of your body weight. Okay, so when we talk about 2% of body weight, you can take out your body's weight 2%. You can take out the percentage. You are better in math, better than me. But approximately, as it is given in your book, it is 1.35 kg. Okay, it will be 1.35 kg. Its weight. Okay. Further, the amount of oxygen which we consume, okay, 25% of it, 25% of total O2, it is taken by brain. 25% of total O2, it is taken by brain. So sometimes what happens, we start yawning, okay. So people say that you are feeling sleepy and all. So it is there that you are also feeling sleepy. But the other reason behind that it is there is lack of oxygen in your brain and you want to take more and more oxygen. Okay. So that's why because why you want to take more and more oxygen? Because 25% of total oxygen consumed by your body or the intake of total amount of oxygen that has been taken in, 25% of it is consumed by the brain. Okay. So whatever we have discussed now, those have joined late. Today we are going to discuss CNS, that is central nervous system. In that, two parts of their brain and spinal cord. Then when we talk about CNS, it is peripheral nervous system. There will be nerves, they will carry the nerves which will either immerse or enter into brain and spinal cord. Either they will be emerging or entering into the brain and spinal cord. When we just see CNS, it is divided into two parts, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system will control the voluntary muscles and all, voluntary actions and all, and autonomic nervous system will control involuntary actions. Okay. Now brain, when we talk, we know that it is contained in a box-like structure that is termed as cranium. Okay. Inside that cranium, there will be a fluid. There are other layers also. We discussed about them also. But there is a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid, which protects the brain from any kind of jerk. It will not allow the jerk to pass on. Okay. Next, when we talk about the weight of the body, if you find out, you will get that the human brain, it is largest in the animal groups. Okay. When we talk about animal group, it is the largest one. Okay. So the human brain's weight, it will be approximately 2% of your body weight. You can take out your body weight, or you can say approximately it is 1.35 kg. Okay. And the amount of oxygen consumed by your body, 25% of it is taken by the brain. Okay. In this, do you have any problem? Anyone? In this topic, whatever it is there? Anyone want to ask anything from this? Whatever I have taught now. Yes. There will be layers. You see, ganglia are what? The aggregates of nerve cells from which nerve fibers may arise. This chains, a group of, you can say, aggregates. They will be seen like the nerve cells, ganglia. Okay, it is just given on the left side. You can find out. Further, anything more? Anyone? Anything else? Yes or no? Then let's see the covering. Okay, so here we are seeing the brain. Now we'll see the covering. Okay, that is termed as meninges. The brain is protected by three membranous covering which continue backwards to the spinal cord. They will be continuing to the backward, this area, that is termed as spinal cord. Okay, dura mater, the outermost fibrous membrane, it will be quite tough and all. Arachnoid, it will be the thin middle layer, giving a web-like cushion. That cushion, when it is web-like cushion, it will help. It will protect, or it will not allow any kind of jerk to pass on. And pia mater, the most highly vascular membrane, which will be richly supplied with blood. Okay. Now further, we have seen, I have already told the couplings, space between the couplings, that is filled with cerebrospinal fluid, which will act as a cushion to protect the brain from any kind of jerk or shock. Okay. Now, when we talk about parts of brain, okay, let us see the parts of brain. Parts of brain. In this, you can see the first, it is cerebrum. It is the largest portion of the brain, and has been divided into two cerebral hemispheres, two parts. The outer part, okay, will be convoluted, it will be folded, and it will have high ridges and grooves. Okay, when it is folded, then you can see ridges up and down, and grooves will be also there. When we talk about hemisphere, it will be hollow internally, and the walls have two regions. Okay. When we talk about the cerebral hemisphere, you will find it has two regions. The outer region, it is termed as cortex, outer. Okay, that is termed as cortex, and inner part, it is termed as medulla. This you will get in cortex and medulla, you will get afterwards also. Okay, this term it is used several times in biology, you will get. Okay, the outer portion of the cerebrum contains cell bodies, okay, of neurons. They will be grey in color, that's why they are termed as grey matter. Okay, they have the cortex, it is made up of what? The cell bodies of neurons. You see, outer part, this cortex part, it is made up of cell bodies. Cell bodies, and it is grey in color. Grey in color. That's why it is termed as grey matter. Okay, it will be termed as grey matter. This next part we will see. There it is axon part. Here it is the cell body part. Okay. Then it is a layer of grey matter which is folded to form the convolutions. We have seen that there is convolutions. It is the grey matter only which will form the convolutions. These folds are called, the fold will be termed as gyri, and the grooves will be termed as sulci, or creases you can say. Such a system increases surface area to accommodate more nerve cells. That folding will help to increase more surface area to accommodate more nerve cells. You might have seen, if you spread the thing and keep it over now, you will not be able to keep more things. But if you fold, okay, suppose if you are packing to go for clothes, so what happens if you just keep the clothes in not a well manner? What will happen? You will not be able to take more clothes. But if you fold and if you keep it properly, you can take more clothes. Likewise, only this folds increase the surface area to accommodate more and more nerve cells. Okay. Next, it is believed that higher membrane of convolutions in human brain is due to the larger number of brain cells, hence greater intelligence. If convolution is more, it means there will be more nerve cells, and it means that the intelligence will be more. Okay. Further, the inner portion, that was the medulla. Okay, the inner portion, that was the medulla. It will be made up of what? White matter. They are made up of white matter, and they are made up of axon. Okay, they will be made up of axon. Okay, the outer cortex was made up of grey matter. Okay, that's why it was made of green color. It was formed from the cell bodies. That's why it was termed as grey matter. Whereas the inner part, that is medulla part, it is made up of white matter, and that is from axon. Okay. Now, corpus callosum, you can underline this. Okay, this is the most important one. Corpus callosum, it is commonly asked question. Okay, it has been asked several times in both. You can just underline this. It is a what? It is a sheet of fiber connecting two cerebral hemispheres. It is a sheet of fiber. What it will do? It will just connect the two hemispheres. We have now already discussed that cerebrum, it is divided into two hemispheres, two parts. Hemisphere you know better. Two parts it will be divided. And what does it do? Its function is to transfer information. It will just transfer information from one hemisphere to the other. Okay. What it will do? It will just transfer information from one hemisphere to the another hemisphere. Now when we talk about cerebrum, okay, the highly developed cortex enables us to think, reason out, invent, plan and memorize. So we can say that it is a site of intelligence. Cerebrum, it is the site of, okay, site of intelligence. It is the site of intelligence. Our consciousness, willpower, means whatever we say now, that this work will be done by us or not, we can do or not, because you might have seen that in India there is a theory that if someone can't do a work, we think if he can't do, then how can we do? Okay. But if you go to China or Japan, this theory differs over there. They think that if he can't do, then let me try whether I am able to do or not. Okay. So that is the willpower. So our willpower decides what we can do or what we can't do. So this willpower or consciousness, whatever you think, okay, we are thinking, you must observe whatever you think during the daytime, that only you see in your dreams. So your dreams and everything, it falls under the cerebrum part. Now, in this case, there is a technique, okay, hypnotism. It is a branch of science in which when we skillfully hypnotize a person, what does it mean? Hypnotism is a technique in which the person is in half asleep, okay, he will be half asleep and he will be saying all the truths of his life without his knowledge, okay. So if you hypnotize anyone, you can take out everything from his, okay, you can take all his secrets out without his knowledge. You might have seen, if you might have seen that movie, Jolly LLB 2, you have seen? Most of you might have seen Jolly LLB 2. Have you seen? Yes, Ayush has seen. And this, you have seen, huh? There was a scene there when they had to do narco test. You had seen narco test. What it was then? He was hypnotized and then he was asked questions. So what happens when the criminals, it is used mainly in there, na? In narco test, when the criminals, they are not saying the truth, then they are, the police asks for narco test, okay, and that time what they are being done, they are being hypnotized. Once they are being hypnotized, anything can be taken out from them without their knowledge, okay. It can be done with few also. You might have seen that the magician shows a lot of things to you and you believe that is the truth. It is not like that. You have been hypnotized. Okay, hypnotism means whatever I will say, you will believe that only. That is hypnotism. Okay, most of the you see, na, when we are not at home, the priests come to and they convey a lot of messages to our mothers. Okay, mainly when the ladies are alone at home, you might have heard the priests come, a lot of priests come and they convey messages, say a lot of things. What do? They know some technique of hypnotism, and by hypnotizing you, they will take out your secrets and again they will repeat that only, and you will be, oh yes, he knows everything. Okay, so this is hypnotism. Hypnotism is the technique. So in this case, so that we can take under control the cerebrum and we can take out all the secrets. So we have seen cerebrum controls our intelligence, willpower, thinking, reasoning out, and all. Okay, so this is the cerebrum part. Okay, for the cerebellum, it is smaller than the cerebrum. It will be just located below the cerebrum part. It has no convolutions but has numerous furrow. Numerous furrow means you can say cut-like structure. Okay, then it has it has also outer cortex made of grey matter. Centrally it will be white matter which is median section, appears like a branching tree. When you will see the central part of it, which is white matter, it will appear like a branching tree. Okay. Further in this case, what does they do? This cerebellum part, they control, or you can say they maintain the posture of the body or balance of the body. Next, they will control in the muscular activity. Most of the time you might have seen, if you stand for half an hour in the sun, you try to prove that earth is rotating, or you are unable to stand in the sun. That time what happens? Or you fall. What happens? That time your cerebrum has lost control over your body. It is unable to control or it is unable to coordinate. That's why you fall. or if you take a lot of alcohol, okay, you might have seen people, those who are those who take alcohol, they are unable to walk properly. So that is that. The reason is that the cerebellum is unable to coordinate properly with the muscles. Okay. Or you can say if you stand up and walk, the impulse for the activity rises in the cerebellum. The act of means whatever you do, if you walk, okay, if you run, okay, impulse it will arise from cerebellum, but it will work. The muscular coordination will be done by the cerebellum. Okay. So that's why if you take alcohol, you are unable to walk properly. Okay. Yes or no? Any problem in this? So we have discussed today cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay. Further, if you see medulla oblongata, okay, it will be the lowest portion of the brain, just located at the base of the skull. There is one more experiment of this to study about the different body organs. In that, you have to study about brain also. We had the dummy in the school. When I will go to school, I will show you that dummy. Okay. So from there also you can learn a lot of things, and you have to just write about them also. When I will say, then you write. Don't write now. So that is also there. You have to study the different parts of brain. Maybe you have to study about the different parts of heart and its functioning. Brain also and its functioning. You have to study about them. Okay. So class start. Aryan here. Aryan, can you hear me? Aryan Dubey, can you hear me? Okay. So you will see the function. You have to study about them, different parts. Okay. So that is also there. So when we talk about medulla oblongata, it is the lowest portion. Will be roughly triangular in shape, and it will be continuing behind the. Will continue just behind the spinal cord. Okay. What does it do? It controls the activities of internal organs. You can say it will control all the involuntary actions. That is peristalsis. Anyone knows what is peristalsis? Anyone will explain what is peristalsis? Anyone? Students, anyone knows what is peristalsis? Anyone?
So the rhythmic movement of the food pipe when we eat food, it produces a bolus that passes through our food pipe, and when it passes, it forms a rhythmic contraction between the muscles of the food pipe, which causes which is known as peristalsis.
Yes. That bolus, it is formed in the mouth only. That needs to move downwards. Okay, it needs to go to the stomach. So there will be contraction of the esophagus. Okay, that is food pipe. Okay, due to that only the food will be pushed to the stomach. That process is only termed as peristalsis. So it will be controlling the peristalsis. Then you can say beating of the heart and all. Okay, beating of heart and many involuntary actions. Okay, suppose breathing and all. Breathing you can stop for a few seconds, but can stop for half an hour. Okay, you are not Nawazuddin Siddiqui that you will stop for half an hour. Okay, it is not like that we can stop. Okay, so all the involuntary actions, it is being controlled by medulla oblongata. Okay, so that's all for today. 3 primary regions of the brain we will discuss in the next class. We'll just go through. If you find any difficulties, peristalsis, it is the process in which there will be the movement. Okay, there will be contraction, you can say. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Of the esophagus. Class 7, wait for a while. Okay, that esophagus due to which the food is pushed into the stomach. Okay, and from the stomach again it will be pushed into the small intestine. That is peristalsis. The movement, or you can say the contraction of esophagus, the paste-like structure that is bolus, which is formed in the mouth, it needs to get transferred into the stomach and again into the small intestine. So that movement, rhythmic contraction you can say. They will not stop. There will be rhythmic contraction, okay, due to which the food is passed on into the stomach, that is termed as peristalsis. Okay. Ayush. Okay. Convolutions you can say folds. Anything else? Anything else?